Good morning. Good morning. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to cut myself. Chopping celery. In preparation for. Ooh, that might be loud. Let me take a break. In preparation for the commemoration of the beginning of Hanukkah. You may not know a lot about that, but welcome to my kitchen table. I know I'm not in the car. Isn't that nice? Got some good light coming in from the window. Found my good side. No, let me stop being goofy. Anyway, it just occurred to me that I'm sorry for that background noise. I don't live by myself. My sons live with me. Anyway, um, I mentioned Hanukkah, and the holiday. We're at the holiday season for the rest of the world, for the whole world. Everybody has their various things they celebrate and commemorate. Excuse me. Um, and it's or abstain from, because I have an auntie that is Jehovah's Witness, and they don't celebrate anything. And people respect that, like 100% respect that. But me being a whole Bible believer, um, a Bible studier, I'm delving into prophecy studies and looking into history, not just the biblical texts, have chosen not to, um, and I have for years, but just a re-examination of what it is I do and why I do what I do. And like I said, we're preparing tonight at sundown, first night in the commemoration of Hanukkah. And we're going to light the menorah, and we're going to talk about the history of this season. We're going to talk about why this should be celebrated. And for me, it's about the freedom to worship and to keep the covenant of the Most High. That was the whole reason why they were fighting for this season, because people were trying to impose upon my forefathers and my ancestors a way that they thought what should I say, the kingdom should worship, should celebrate. We should be one. We should be congruent. We should all do the same thing at the same time, in the same way. And Judah Maccabee said, well, no, his father, he was a priest of the Most High. I don't want to say his name wrong. Mattathias, something similar to that. Anyway, he said, no, we're gonna keep the covenant of the Most High. It's good like it is, and that's what we're gonna do. And in his zeal, when others were being forced to sacrifice um, abominable things upon the altar that was sacred and holy and set aside and set apart unto the Most High, dude got very zealous, honey, and cut some throats, and pew was on the run. He had to fight in order. I'm sorry, I'm doing laundry too. I forgot. I hear my washer. You might hear it. But he had to fight to keep covenant. He had to fight to do right. And it just sparked the thought for me, am I willing to fight for everything I know to keep what I know? No. According to, dang it, I can't get it. This is my, I like color. The scriptures, according to what I know and understand to be in there, not what I was told, not the fables we were sold, not the lies that were perpetuated, not the traditions, but what the covenant is. Am I am I prepared to fight? Because there were some soldiers and some brothers that passed away, that died, that were killed, that were unalived. I said it wrong. The algorithm gets upset. They were unalive because of what they stood for. They stood for the covenant. They stood for covenant. They stood for what was right. And they were zealous for what was right in the eyes of the Most High. So I'm just sitting here reflecting. Is that in me? Do I have? Of course it is. Of course it is. I've had to stand up to others at work. Professor, you gonna come and you going to no, I'm not. We need you to help us with the I don't do that. That's not what I celebrate. That's not what I that's not a part of my covenant. That ain't my stuff. I mean, and it's fine if you do it. It's not what I'm doing. And it's okay. And people get mad. They get mad. Have attitudes. Shun you. Don't know how to talk to you. Don't know what this is, because they don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. Because you're using the book that they claim they know. And love. Love the Bible. I know what it says. Do you really? When was the last time you picked it up independently of being in your mosque or your temple or your church? When's the last time you read it on your own? Well, I mean, heck, they got it on audiobook now. So the convenience is there. When's the last time you examined scripture outside of tradition? When's the last time? Oh gosh, 2015. And now I can't unsee what I've seen and what I continue to see. And when I tell you it is something else to be set apart, it is something else to be a peculiar person in a world that's going that way and you going the opposite. You always look like the thumb the nail that's sticking up out of the board. Always. And someone is always going to have the thought to hammer you down and bring you into compliance. And so what are you going to do? Me and mine? It's a dedication around here. It is. And my babies, I'm so proud of them. They are still learning. They have not been in this as long as, they don't know as much as I know. But they study independently. I'm not going to really say study, but they read independently because they have questions. You can't have questions about stuff you haven't read over. You know what I mean? Like in our Shabbat study yesterday, my number three, he just turned 21. We're reading the book of the Revelation, chapter 4, and it gives such vivid description of the throne room and that worship scenario. And my 21-year-old said, "Oh my gosh, that is so lit. That's cool. The whole throne is an emerald. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing." And then my number one, I wonder why they used an emerald. I wonder what's the correlation. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see? Do you see? Not just going because somebody said, or this is what, just reading on the surface. Let's get under there. Why? Who is talking? Who are they talking to? What are they talking about? In what setting were they talking? And then being armed with this ability to study in this way, and then the knowledge that you gain from said study, it causes you to stick up like a sore thumb. It causes you to stand up by yourself. And sometimes in some settings, it's just gonna be you. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? Are you gonna stick to your guns, or are you gonna cave? Case in point, this week coming up is well, it was the Christmas soiree. And everybody's like, "Professor, you see, you didn't sign up for anything. That's why I don't celebrate Christmas." "Oh, did we book Christmas? I'm so sorry. We want you to be included." I said, "Well, if it's going to be Christmas themed, I'm kind of not doing that. I celebrate Hanukkah." "Well, by all means, um, what would you like to do? We're just going to eat." "I don't have to do anything. I'm good. You don't have to make any concessions for me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." Like for Halloween, they had the chili cook off. "You want chili?" "Mm-mm, honey bear. Mm-mm. Well, we want you on the team." "Mm-mm, honey baby child. Mm-mm. I give no energy at all to that day. I eat no chocolate." Gosh, and if you know me, you know that's one of my little things. I have to have a little piece. Nevertheless, it's imperative that you stay set apart. So, again, as we, oh, I said I was going to stop that. I'm sorry. Put that down. Put that down. As we are in this season and in reflection, let's examine ourselves and find the places, because um, the purpose of quote unquote Hanukkah, it means dedication, to dedicate. Let this be a period of time to some of the places, because trust and believe, we've kind of strayed off and gotten lax in some spaces and some places. Let And don't be looking at other people. See you. Get in the mirror. Let the scriptures, let the word be a mirror, so you can see what you need to put on. Because sisters, we get in the mirror, make sure these eyebrows are just right, and get that liner, and if we wear the lashes, make sure it's stuck on there just right. And those of us that do the full glam with contouring and blushing and glittering and the lip. We get in the mirror and we get that perfected. Yeah, go struggling trying to pick this thing up again. This is a mirror. This is a mirror. Let's get in this thing and look at where I need to get it together. Because, baby, I got some places I need to get it together. Trust and believe. We're all works in progress. And if we let the Most High do the work, show us ourselves, we'll be the better for it. Nevertheless, I have dressing I have to make. I don't make stuffing. Dressing is number 2. I don't know why I number these kids, but it's just easier than saying names. Number 2 has requested dressing. I don't know who requested potato salad, but potato salad. So onions, bell pepper, and celery must be chopped for both of those dishes. I got sweet potato pies to make. I've already baked bread. Y'all know. We're going to break bread, drink wine, talk about the goodness of the Most High. Other people are making other things, bringing it together as we come together to fellowship and honor the sacrifice and the, what's the word? What's the word? I'm finding it. Determination. There it is. The determination of our ancestors to continue to stand. Because the purpose was for us to be wiped out so that we would no more. We would be no more. But yet here we are, keeping covenant. Keeping covenant before the Most High. So I'm going to get back to these chopping because I got manual labor. I got 2 more loads of laundry. And I got guests coming at 5 o'clock. What time is it? I can't see that. Anyway, I got work to do. I know it's been a minute, but here we go. Peace and blessings. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. First day of the week for me. Have a wonderful week. Those of you who commemorate the feast, Hanukkah, Hanukkah. Peace and blessings. Shalom.